So hi, my name is Omar with San Mateo County Fire, Cal Fire. What we're doing here today is we're simulating a vertical ventilation on a residential structure. So anytime we get a residential structure fire and there's interior crews attacking the fire, well, what we do as we arrive as a truck company is we'll send a couple guys to the roof to cut a hole in the roof, and what that's doing is it's improving visibility and conditions for the interior fire tech crew, and it's also letting all those superheated gases out. So if you've come up and you've gotten to your point, you have an idea how far out you need to go, you can brace here. Some people would try to start this here, but that's where you're gonna get kick, 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 kick. Instead, reach out and drop your saw into your decking. You're gonna feel that rafter and you're gonna pick up and you're gonna drop your saw into your decking again. Just a bigger step. Instead of a rolling, it's a stutter over it because it's hard to drag it over in this body position. Once you're there, you're gonna come toward vertical. And this is actually easy to control here. And you know where your limit is. And then from there, for your far cut, you may end up with a bay where this is a full-size one and this one's a little small, but we don't have to be straight into our decking like this to cut a hole, right? So I can come in and I can 45 and I can cut like this, down. Once I've stripped that down, I strip this down. Once I do that, I know where my placement is here. So you're able to do this without leaving the ladder like we were talking about.
I'm Captain Martinez with San Mateo Consolidated Fire Department, and here we are at the Joint Truck Academy 2024, Academy number 8. Okay, as you can see, they're setting up with the roll-up doors, commercial grade roll-up doors, and they're just hanging it from the exterior of the roof prop to simulate what it would be like to go ahead and cut through a roll-up door and the different techniques that we use for different styles of roll-up doors. So as you can see, we have many different styles. So this gives the student the ability to kind of manipulate the saw in a way that makes them get through the door effectively and efficiently. Okay, so what we have here is a prop. This prop is set up to simulate what it's like to go through a commercial door with panic hardware. What we have here is we have these metal inserts that would simulate what it would be like to cut through an exterior grade door to get through to the panic hardware. And they're teaching them different techniques with the circ saws on how to make purchase cuts so that they could stick their arm through and just simply knock the panic hardware so that they could open up the door without doing a bunch of damage to the jamb of the door. Okay, so on this prop here, what we're simulating is how to cut away the hinges and the panic hardware and the cylinder locks on exterior grade commercial doors. Over there, they're cutting away the hinges on how to basically remove the door from the door jambs. Okay, so in this area here, we're teaching the student how to basically force doors, inward swinging, outward swinging, one person, two person, down stairways, in tight hallways. And this just gives the student the ability to effectively use the tools, whether it be a Halligan, a flathead axe, but this gives the student a strong working knowledge of how to force doors on residential and commercial homes.
Captain Rich Villa with the Menlo Park Fire training program here. This is our live fire facility. Right now we're doing a truck academy, and this afternoon we're doing 3 evolutions. We're doing forcible entry and search on Division 1, Division 2. The Division 1 guys are going to find fire and do a can confidence, reset the fire, make a rescue, and put out the fire with a water can. We have 2 companies doing VEIS on either sides of the building, ladder work, and then we have a company going around doing exterior truck work, throwing ladders, getting utilities, and sizing up the building.
My name's Abe Virgin, Redwood City Fire. This is our cut station, what we call a cut station, our auto extrication station. This station is meant to give firefighters a chance to go ahead and remove the car, destroy the car around the victim, so we can gain access to a trauma activation and get them extricated as fast as possible. Very valuable information is gained here, and in terms of repetition and time of cutting the car up. So we're simulating here that this car has dash displacement impingement on a victim. So the goal here is to do a total sidewall removal, remove all doors, and go ahead and displace the dash, lifting the dash up off of the victim and extricating the victim as fast as possible. Happens probably on average for a truck company here in San Mateo County, probably once to twice a month. This actually happens on our high speed roadways, Highway 101, 280, El Camino, Woodside Road, depending on what jurisdiction you work in.
My name's Captain Nick Bear. Over here we got the car on a roof station, simulating a car that crashed, stuck on its roof. We got victims trapped inside. So what we're doing here, we got it stabilized. We're gonna pop all the doors off, and we wanna completely remove the roof in order to get enough room to get those victims out. We're doing it all step by step, making sure we're following all the safety precautions.
I'm Fire Captain Kevin Beecham with San Mateo County Fire Department. Here we're doing vehicle stabilization and vehicle extrication on a vehicle on its side. What the students are doing now is using Rescue 42 struts to stabilize the vehicle to prevent it from rolling over. We're going to show them ways to be able to remove these struts and be able to use less equipment and still stabilize the vehicle. After they stabilize the vehicle, they're going to simulate cutting a patient out of the vehicle by removing the door, or not removing the door, I'm sorry, removing the roof and rolling the roof down. And that's pretty much going to be the end of this evolution. Real world, I would say, depending on the department and if they're near a freeway, it happens on a regular basis. I would say sometimes a few times a year they might get a vehicle like this, sometimes more. So